Will the House come to order? Mr. Clerk?
Aloha and good afternoon. Today's invocation will be delivered by Representative Richard H.K. Onishi. Will the members who wish to participate please rise?
Members, please be seated. Aloha! Happy Aloha Friday and happy International Women's Day. This day is especially significant to me because, as many of you know, I have a wife, 3 daughters, and 4 granddaughters. International Women's Day is a day to celebrate women's achievements, educate and bring awareness about women's equality, call for positive change and advancement of women, lobby for accelerated gender parity, fundraise for women-focused charities. I especially salute all of the women in this chamber for their achievements and dedication to addressing the needs of their communities in the state of Hawaii. But there's another issue I wanted to address. In yesterday's State of the Nation address by President Biden, he mentioned many serious issues that are affecting the stability and peace in the United States and the world. He called for everyone to work together in a bipartisan way to address the needs and issues affecting the people of the United States and the world. Yes, even in Hawaii, we have serious issues that we all need to address together to come up with solutions that will benefit all. This year, I introduced a bill I felt needed to be reflected on our situations and strife in Hawaii, the U.S., and the world. That bill was HB 7080, relating to World Peace Day. World Peace Day, also officially known as the International Day of Peace, is a United Nations sanctioned holiday observed around the world on the 21st day of September. Originally established in 1981 by the United Nations General Assembly, the holiday is dedicated to world peace through observing 24 hours of nonviolence and ceasefire. Senator Daniel Akaka, considered the ambassador of Aloha, said in an interview with the National Museum of the American Indian that Hawaii is the Pico of the universe. And I quote, "The spirit of Aloha means nothing unless we share it." In January 2016, Hawaii became the leader in the United States to be the first state in the nation to raise the age to purchase tobacco products to 21. In December of 2019, less than 3 years later, the U.S. banned the sale of tobacco products to persons under the age of 21 to protect our kids. By raising the age limit, Hawaii not only took the lead to prioritize the health of its youth, but it also sent a powerful message to the world about the commitment to nurture a healthier and more peaceful society. I asked all of my colleagues to take time to reflect on making Hawaii the leader in the promotion of aloha and peace. Mahalo.
Thank you, Representative Onishi. Mr. Clerk, please take the roll.
Mr. Ayu, Mr. Alcos, Ms. Amato,
Excuse.
Ms. Bellotti, Mr. Chun, Ms. Cochran,
Excuse.
Mr. Evslin, Mr. Ganadin, Mr. Garcia, Mr. Garrett, Mr. Gates,
Excuse.
Mr. Hashem, Mr. Holt, Ms. Hussey Burdick, Ms. Ichiyama,
Excuse.
Ms. Kahaloa, Ms. Capella, Mr. Kila, Ms. Kitagawa, Mr. Kobayashi, Mr. Kong, Ms. Lachika, Ms. Lamosao, Ms. Lowen, Ms. Martin, Ms. Martinez, Mr. Matayoshi, Ms. Matsumoto, Mr. Miyake, Ms. Mizuno,
Excuse.
Ms. Morikawa, Ms. Nakamura, Mr. Nakashima, Mr. Nishimoto, Mr. Onishi, Ms. Peruso,
Excuse.
Mr. Pirik, Ms. Poepoe, Mr. Quinlan, Mr. Saiki, Mr. Sayama, Ms. Souza, Mr. Takayama, Ms. Takenouchi, Mr. Tam, Mr. Tarnas, Mr. Todd,
Excuse.
Mr. Ward, Mr. Woodson, Mr. Yamashita, Mr. Speaker.
Present.
Mr. Speaker, 44 members are present, 7 are excused.
Item 2, reading of the journal. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, may this matter be deferred.
So ordered. Item 3, Mr. Clerk, are there any messages from the governor?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of Governor's Message Number 6, transmitting a correction to Governor's Message Number 4, which requested expeditious consideration of Senate Bill Number 582, Senate Draft 2. May this matter be received and filed.
So ordered. Item 4, Mr. Clerk, are there any Senate communications?
Mr. Speaker, there are none.
Members, introductions. Representative Kila.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I got my voice back. Aloha, colleagues. In a world where there are villains and superheroes, I'd like to welcome the real superheroes of the YMWCA. The folks in the stand are today accompanied by Greg Wybell, the CEO of the Y Honolulu, with his team from the Maui Family Y and the Hawaii Island Y. Today, colleagues, they will be visiting your offices to share about a new mental health and wellness program for our youth called The Heroic Journey, which is helping Keiki learn how to deal with anxiety, depression, and bullying through lessons planned delivered by superheroes. Piloted in 3 A+ after-school programs, they will be expanding with more schools to come. So please join me in welcoming the superheroes of the YMCA.
Representative Quinlan.
Mr. Speaker, in the gallery today, we have members of the Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce, North America, Hawaii Chapter, Shishini Mendaja Golai, and welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Kahaloa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As a daughter of Puna, I have the privilege of doing an introduction on behalf of the Vice Speaker. I would like to introduce Iopa Mauna Kea, the Executive Director of the Men of Pa'a. The Men of Pa'a is a group that helps empower and enable Kanaka Maoli, particularly Native Hawaiian men, who seek recovery, restoration, and reconciliation. He does a lot of community work, such as keeping Puna clean with community cleanups. Men of Pa'a were also a recipient of grant and aid funding to help facilitate their efforts. Iopa, welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Al-Baladi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wanted to take a moment to introduce teachers from Stevenson Middle School's 8th grade class. Please stand and remain standing until I've called your name, and please hold your applause until all names are called. Dr. Andrea Bernadette Pratt, Ms. Deborah Funakawa, Mr. Julian Bruce Lee, and Mr. Daniel Yada, who's the school security officer. In addition, will all the 8th graders please stand? Aloha and welcome to your House of Representatives. Mr. Speaker, I ask that all their names be entered into the journal.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Representative Ward.
Speaker, I yield to the representative from the Big Island who's had his hand up for a while.
Representative Nakashima.
Thank you, Representative. Mr. Speaker, today we have with us representatives from the Hawaii Automotive Dealers Association who are here at the state capitol for their annual Dealer Day. Join me in welcoming to the House the following. Please hold your applause until they've all been recognized. Brandon Campbell from Car-Mart Automotive, here today from Maui. Ryan Takata, New City Nissan. Jerry Romano from Windward Dodge. Stan Masamitsu from Tony Group. Brad Nikolai from JN Automotive. Gabby Soderholm from Soderholm Bus. Wayne DeLuz from Big Island Hyundai, here today from Hawaii Island. Keone Hansen from Infinity Honolulu and Kauai. Russ Wong from Hawaii Kia. And the HADA Executive Director, Melissa Pelvasek. Please give them a hand.
Representative Takayama.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to introduce someone in the gallery who is a volunteer with the House Finance Committee this session and happens to be a superhero in her own right in the Takayama household and has something to do, I fear, with the members' strange appearance and behavior this afternoon, Linda Chu Takayama.
Representative Sayama.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In a minute, we'll be honoring members of the Global Federation of Chinese Businesswomen for the Hawaii chapter, but I would like to briefly introduce and recognize the membership that are in the gallery today. So if you are a member of the Global Federation of Chinese Businesswomen, I'd kindly ask you to please stand. And I'd like to say also, 欢迎来到你们的夏威夷议员. Welcome to the House of Representatives.
Representative Kahaloa.
Permission to include an addition to my introduction previously, Mr. Speaker. I believe there are other Men of Pa'a members here today as well, and I just wanted to recognize all of the guests with Mr. Ioba. So thank you for being here and welcome all of Men of Pa'a to your House of Representatives. Mahalo.
Representative Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the spirit of Representative Onishi, who mentioned that things in the world are a bit chaotic, it points to the role of diplomacy and how important it is for the maintenance of peace. Fortunately, today we have two representatives who are key to the peace in the Pacific. And they are from Taiwan, and we have the Director General, Richard Lin. Richard, please stand up and be acknowledged. And we have Deputy Director General Yu Chen Wang. Thank you. And all of their staff, who are the peacekeepers who keep peace in motion. Would you stand? All the staff from the embassy. Don't be shy. 谢谢. Thank you, Speaker.
All right, members, with no further introductions, we'll move on to our floor presentations. Item 5, floor presentations. Mr. Clerk, are there any floor presentations?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have one floor presentation today. House Resolution number 105, honoring the Global Federation of Chinese Businesswomen Hawaii Chapter and the Taiwanese Chambers of Commerce of North America Hawaii Chapter for their outstanding commitment to philanthropy, community service, and global cooperation. This resolution is offered by Representative Tam.
Representative Tam.
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt the resolution.
Representative Kila.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the resolution be adopted. Any discussion? Representative Tam.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On behalf of the Hawaii House of Representatives, it is a great honor and enthusiasm that I stand before you today to extend a warm aloha and heartfelt welcome to members of two outstanding organizations that have left an incredible mark on our local and global business landscape. Today, we have the distinct pleasure of acknowledging the Global Federation of Chinese Businesswomen Hawaii Chapter and the Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce North America Hawaii Chapter. Established in 1994 as a nonprofit organization, the Global Federation of Chinese Businesswomen has evolved into a powerful multinational force. How appropriate that today, on International Women's Day, we have the honor of recognizing such an impactful women's organization. With a membership composed of 86 chapters worldwide, the Federation has been a catalyst for international business growth. As of today, their remarkable organization consists of more than 11,600 Taiwanese business members globally, providing over 170,000 jobs in their local communities. The Global Federation of Chinese Businesswomen's dedication to fostering economic prosperity and creating significant workforce opportunities globally is truly commendable. In 1996, the Federation has opened its Hawaii chapter right here and was established with the resounding support from our local community members, marking a pivotal moment in the collaborative efforts to strengthen international business ties right here in Hawaii. But our celebration does not end here. We also have the privilege of welcoming members of the Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce of North America Hawaii chapter. Established in 1988 as a nonprofit organization, the Chamber has become a robust multinational force with memberships from the Taiwanese Chambers of Commerce in 150 major metropolitan areas across North America. Presently, the Chamber has formed coalitions with 16,500 Taiwanese business members who have collectively provided more than 150,000 jobs in their local communities. The Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce North America's commitment to fostering economic growth and creating a significant workforce in the North American region is truly noteworthy. Together, these two organizations teamed up to uplift their local communities right here with vital charitable initiatives, including donations that were grassroots run to the Maui Strong Fund. They provided relief volunteers to Maui, mass donations during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, and significant volunteering efforts at the Palolo Chinese neighborhood and Palolo Chinese home and the Kuakini Medical Center. As we welcomed our distinguished guests from these incredible organizations, let us reflect on the profound impact that they have had on our local and global communities. Their efforts have not only strengthened international ties, but have also created countless opportunities of economic growth and prosperity. Mr. Speaker, I defer now to the representative from Nanakuli.
Representative Kilo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, please join me in expressing our deepest gratitude and aloha to the representatives from the Global Federation of Chinese Businesswomen Hawaii chapter, their President Joni Heish, Honorary President Lee Mei-Tang, as well as Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce North America Hawaii chapter's President Jack Chi and Commissioner John Ho. We honor these organizations for their outstanding commitment to philanthropy, community service, and global cooperation. May our collaboration continue to flourish, paving the way for a future of shared success and prosperity here in Hawaii. Mahalo.
Representative Tam, please proceed with the certificate and lay presentation. All those, wait, hold on, members, apologize. Let's approve the motion for the floor presentation. All those in favor say aye. The motion is carried. Representative Tam, please proceed with the certificate and lay presentation. The chair will call a recess to allow the members of the House to meet and congratulate the honorees. Recess. Will the House come to order? Item 6, introductions of resolutions. Mr. Clerk, are there any resolutions for action?
Mr. Speaker, there are no resolutions for action. May all others be referred to print.
So ordered. Item 7, members, are there any announcements? Representative Kalawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Happy Aloha Friday, everyone. On behalf of the Committee on Agriculture and Food Systems and Chair Gates, we would like to invite you to the Cannabis and Hemp Capital Luncheon sponsored by our committee and our Senate counterparts. That goes until 1:30 today. Members and staff are welcome to attend, and there also are bentos to take with you if you would like to learn more about the impending Senate legislation that's coming over. Thank you.
Representative Quinlan.
It's Tourism Day.
Representative Lamasao.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In honor of International Women's Day, I am hosting a period product drive on March 11 to the 14th, so you can drop them off in 316. I'm also hosting this with Senator Miley Shimabukuro. All of the products will be donated to the Aloha United Way Women's United. Thank you.
Representative Matayoshi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to thank Rep. Takayama's wife for helping us to steal enough of his shirts to pull this off today.
Representative Yamashita.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Although she is not here because she's taking care of 2 sick children, I'd like to, if all of us could, wish a happy birthday to our Waterland Chair.
Representative Takayama.
I'd like to thank the chair of the Labor Committee for recognizing the fact that so many of you are honoring someone who wears colorful shirts. And let me explain. The reason that I usually wear such outlandishly colored shirts is because even though the work we have before us is very serious, I've always told members we shouldn't take ourselves too seriously. So mahalo.
Also, members, please return those shirts. Those are not yours. Representative Hashem.
In light of that heartwarming speech, I would like to make a motion to make today the official International Greg Takayama Day.
So ordered. All right, members, with no further announcements, the chair would like to remind the members that today is the deadline for introducing substantive resolutions. Please make sure you file your substantive resolutions with the Chief Clerk's office by 6 p.m. tonight. Again, that is 6 p.m. tonight. Representative Morikawa to adjourn.
Mr. Speaker, I move to keep the journal open until 6 o'clock p.m. tonight for the purpose of receiving resolutions for introduction.
Representative Garcia.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion to keep the journal open? We'll call a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move the House stand in recess until 12 o'clock noon Monday.
Representative Garcia.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. The House stands in recess until 12 noon Monday. Recess.